the tight end. So it'll be second down.
You know that... right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. From the shotgun, Rodgers. That throw finds Coughlin. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And that means third down coming up.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Rodgers throwing on third down. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Jets take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. And the kick is good. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Zuerlein has it all teed up and ready to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
What now?
This is Alvin Kamara with it.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Working out of the gun. It's Carr. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Cartage with a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So it's second down coming up. Running right, it's Kamara. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Carr throwing on third. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Jets get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, New York. The Jets pull out in front further, 13-zip. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
They'll probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Carr off the play fake. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it inside the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. From the red zone now. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Into the red zone. The 10. And the Jets get the football in a great spot to put 6 on the board. They've got it at the 7.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, to put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
Escapes the pocket. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on 4th down. That's the end of the first quarter. The scoreboard reads 13-0. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. We'll see if they go for it here. 4th down near the end zone. They'll run for it with Hall. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jets parlay the interception into points. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Point after converted by Zerline. And the Jets push the lead to 20. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And that was a disaster of a return. They're going to start near their own goal line.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of...
And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety. No, we can't even pretend to be surprised at this point, Brock. They've been playing such a great game, and that safety joining an impressive list of big plays that they have had.
Yeah, this lead has been built on so many different types of plays. Kate, why not add a safety to the mix as well?
Put 2 on the board. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Rodgers here from the gun. To the sideline, and Adams snags it. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Hall running between the tackles. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Play action with Rodgers. Caught near the pylon. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
He's on the move. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. And the Saints take possession of the football.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Another run for Kamara. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Kid, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, right? That entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. Yeah, I mean, you appreciate great safety play like that.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Here comes the Saints punting unit. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. And it's the Saints with 4th down here behind the sticks. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers. He has it at the 5. And he's all the way to the 5 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. Rodgers set to pass. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Again, Rodgers. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Picked off by Tyrann Mathieu. The 50. 30. And the Saints get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick And
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again following the sack. And this is going to fall incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
What now? What's up?
Carr here from the gun. He sends this one to the end zone. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. So the Saints send out Blake Grupe for the try. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And that miss follows the pattern of how well things have gone for them here.
he was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. And 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th downs instead.
They come through with a massive gain there on 4th down, 24 yards, and it's a 1st down. Throwing once again, Rodgers. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, New York. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
And it's another miss. His 2nd extra point that's been off the mark. So now after his 2nd missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. Shaheed now to return. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. And a stumble coming out of the locker room at halftime as the kick goes out of bounds, Brock. So our first drive of the half is going to begin all the way up at the 40. 1st and 10 from the 41. They go play action with Khan. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face 2nd down. Kamara running out of the gun. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Will McDonald there on the tackle.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're up against it here on 4th down. Punter on now, and he gets into this one. And another mistake for them here. This punt had way too much on it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
He's throwing for it! And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers coming back after the pick. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Rodgers will look to throw. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Trying to find his tight end.
Completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. That's complete inside the 35. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a 1st down. Now here's Rodgers. Flush down out to his left. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But, Kate, the good news, you got 2 more downs to try to find a 1st.
They'll throw again. Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And in, touchdown, New York! We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there, because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
Throwing again, it's Rodgers. And they pick him off again! And the Saints take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Shaheed now to return. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Well, that's a case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet. Have that.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Jets will be set up great after a terrific return down inside the 15. The moment you see them look to pass from this close to their own goal line, Brock, it is that defense's goal to hurry him and force a mistake just like that.
Yeah, those guys, they're so sneaky on the back end, Kate. They know the clock is being sped up. They know that the quarterback can feel those footsteps and thinking about his safety. And those defenders just wait for that rush throw, and then they step in, they deliver, and they take the ball away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Rodgers. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Rodgers trying to throw for it. And that's caught. Great call, even if the points weren't needed. The lead swells by another 2. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Shaheed now to return. His return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
What now?
They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Carr off the play fake. Finds us. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out. And this is scooped up by the Jets. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down. To throw, Rodgers. Finds him over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. From the gun, it's Hall. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. They just get the play on. Escapes out to the left. Oh, look at this here. The ball is out. Oh, the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Jets have the football, and they are in great shape with a sizable lead. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 4th and short. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Pistol snap to Carr. He's throwing deep to the left side. And they pick him off again. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets Jets take over at the 41-yard line. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking this spring. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Hall once more. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down. Now looking to throw with Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Adams. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Getting out to his left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. They'll go right side with Hall. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. Give him around 3, but a very big distance to address here on 3rd down. Rodgers here from the gun. And they pick him off again. That's DeMario Davis. And the Saints take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Saints trying to do some window dressing. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now Carr. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind.
And they pick him off again. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go right back to Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. Now Rodgers. Wilson's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good and continue the series.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Chase caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And he gets it back. Oh, there's still a shot at the first. So the win goes to the Jets. And we didn't need to reach the closing stages of the game for this one to be over. They had things decided and fans heading for those exits well before the clock reached zeros here in the fourth. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from New York.